What's up YouTube, this is your boy, Dad's Cards. Today on my channel, I'll be showing you my Dark Magician control deck. What? Insane! This deck can actually hold its own against the meta. Let's dive into this profile. First card we're gonna get into is the Dark Magician. So we run them at 2. Used to run them at 3, but 3 gets a little bricky. You know what I'm saying? So 2's perfect. We run 2 Timaeus, the United Dragon. This guy's basically polymerization. During the main phase, you can fusion summon with him. To get him out, you can actually special summon him by sending a spellcaster to the grave or a spell and trap that mentions the Dark Magician to the grave. It's pretty easy to get him out. We run Souls at 3 because Magician Souls helps us search the Dark Magician. For cost, you send the Dark Magician to grave, and then you have the option to either summon the souls from hand or send the souls from hand to grave and then special summon the Dark Magician. Card's insane. We run Rod at 3. Magician's Rod on summon can search any spell and trap that lists the Dark Magician in its text. It's insane. So these 2 right here are basically Dragoon. We run Illusion of Chaos at 3. Illusion of Chaos is like the Rhoda in this deck. It makes it super consistent. Illusion of Chaos, you can search any one of these cards, add it to your hand, and then stick a card from your hand on top of your deck. It's insane. So this can search Rod, and Rod can search any spell and trap, or this can search Souls, and Souls can search the Dark Magician. So Illusion of Chaos has access to almost any Dark Magician card in your deck. It's super insane. We run 2 Preparation Rites, so it's like running 2 more Illusion of Chaoses. So it's like having 5 Illusion of Chaoses. So it's like basically having 8 of these and 8 of these, and you get the idea. It's insane. It's crazy. Super consistent at getting a Dark Magician out. And if you don't get hand trapped, then you're definitely gonna get Dragoon out first turn. Like, that is the goal here. We got Soul Servant at 3. Soul Servant can help stack our deck. You can grab any card that lists Dark Magician's text, I believe, stick it on top of your deck. And if you have Dark Magician on the field or in the grave, you can banish it and then draw 1. It's insane. We run the Dark Magic Circle at 2. We used to run at 3, but now it's highly searchable. When you summon a Dark Magician, you can target a card on the opponent's side of the field and banish it. It's insane. We run 2 Internal Souls. It protects our Dark Magicians in the monster zones from our opponent's card effects, so it's pretty insane. We run 2 Secrets of the Dark Magic. This is basically polymerization. A lot of people only run 1, but I like to use it on my opponent's turn, so I can like summon Guardian Chimera. That way I can like pop 2, draw 1, or draw 1, pop 2, you know what I'm saying? So it comes in clutch sometimes. And then we run 1 Magician's Salvation. Magician's Salvation sets Internal Soul straight from the deck. And then if we had Magician's Girl, the Dark Magician Girl, every time we summoned one of them, we can summon the opposite one from the graveyard. It's insane. I usually use it to set the Internal Soul, and then I send it from field for cost for either Timaeus or Soul's effect. So it gets double used. And that's pretty much it for the Dark Magician cards. We run 1 Terraforming, that way we can see the field spell. We also run 1 Village of the Spellcasters, that way we can lock our opponents out of spells. It's insane. If they don't have access to the spells, that could really hurt them. So you could either search the Magician's Salvations or the Secret Village of the Spellcasters with Terraforming. Or everyone's favorite card, Mystic Mine. So Mystic Mine's in here to make the game state more slow. That way we can at least have a chance to play against the meta with Dark Magician, you know what I'm saying? So Terraforming has 3 targets here. We run 1 Metaverse. That way we can activate Mystic Mine on our opponent's turn. And 3 Demise of the Land. So this is definitely a more control style deck that we got going on here. And for more Floodgates, we run Skill Drain at 2. Gozen Match at 2. Gozen says either player can only control 1 attribute. That's why I only run Timaeus at 2, because kind of conflicts because he's a different attribute. As you can see, the other one else is dark, and he's a light. And then we run 2 Rivalry of the Warlords. Timaeus, you got to watch out for the same thing because he's a dragon. Everyone else is a spellcaster. So this is basically to floodgate our opponents out of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So we can gain advantage with the Dark Magician stuff. Set up full control, you know, set out a Dragoon, start popping cards, and just attack for game. And we also run 1 Upstart Goblin to keep everything consistent. It's my Dark Magician control style deck. All right, let's get into this extra deck. First card we got here is Artemis. Artemis is for when we normal summon Rod and we try to establish Mystic Mind control. That way we can tribute the spellcaster off the field and then we control no monsters. It's insane. We run Link Spider. That way we can get the Dark Magician off the field. And then we can bring him back with like Internal Souls or something. And just keep, you know, getting the Dark Magician off the field, back on the field, off the field, on the field. It's insane. We run Dark. It's a spellcaster. It takes 2 monsters. It's a dark. Nightmare Unicorn. You know, when this is summoned, you can discard a card, shuffle a card back into the deck. It's insane. You do target, unfortunately. We go Nightmare Phoenix. Target a spell or trap. Destroy it. You know, these are all just link monsters, so we can link climb, get Dark Magician in the grave, back on the field. We run 1 Gravity Controller. This helps me get over like Avramax and cards that are like problematic that are in the extra monster zone. Plus we also run Garura, so we can fusion summon with our Super Poly, use our opponent's monsters. It's insane. Put him in the extra monster zone and then link him off with Gravity Controller and draw 1 card. So dumb. Other Super Poly targets we got is the Mud Dragon and the Starving Venom. 2 darks and then 2 of the same attribute but different types. This one's same type, same attribute, just different names. We got Guardian Chimera because I like the fusion summon on my opponent's turn. It's insane using the Dark Magician. And then after you pop some cards, bring back the Dark Magician with Internal Soul. It's nasty. For the Dark Magician fusion targets, we got the Dark Magicians. So we got like Super Poly out there. We can use their monsters if they run spellcasters. Or if they run dragons, you can take their dragon. For the Dragon Knight, this card on the field becomes the Dark Magician and he protects our spells and traps. It's insane. So if you got like Mystic Mind out there, they can't even destroy it or target it because of this guy. The Dark Magicians, when you activate a spell or trap, quick effect, you could draw a card. So, and you could activate it that turn. So if you draw into like Skill Drain or, you know, something like goes in, it's nasty. And you can do it on your opponent's turn. Master Chaos. So this card's actually pretty insane. So it requires a Dark Magician and then that Chaos of Illusion that I run. But basically this can like banish all monsters your opponent control, and all you have to do is tribute light and dark. It's insane. Helps me OTK. And then 2 Dragoons. So it's really easy to get into Dragoon with this deck. Like literally it's like a 2-card combo, and then you could like almost do it every first turn if you got the right cards. I don't normally showcase my side decks because you should always tailor your side deck for locals. But when I do, I like to run cards that your opponent can't even respond to. So like this will negate and it doesn't target. It's huge cost, so you gotta send some stuff to the graveyard. So if they have a big board, it's better to use like Dark Ruler No More. That way it shuts out the whole board completely. Super Poly, because we run Super Poly targets in our extra deck, and sometimes some of the floodgates don't work, so you gotta side them out for like the Forbidden Droplet and the Super Poly instead. Like the Gozen or the Rivalry, it just depends on the matchup. So you gotta have side out targets that are good. And then for the back row, I run 3 Lightning Storms. You could also destroy monsters with these. And more back row hate, I got 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. And right now I'm running 2 Cosmics. There are better side deck cards, I guess. I used to run Red Reboot, but obviously that got banned. So right now I'm just testing these out. If you guys got any better back row hate, let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, YouTube. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you guys got any comments at all, leave them in the comment section down below. If you guys haven't yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe and ding the notification bell. That way you guys don't miss out on any future content. Alright, that's all I got for you. Shout out.
Do a dangerous thing with style. That's what I call